Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Wavetale, episode 5, and probably finale. In our previous episode, we had a cutscene that had like a big reveal about how the Dirty Paws, also known as the Whistlers, were trying to stop the dandelion from poisoning the world that led to oh man, did you guys see that little hood glitch there? That was interesting. For just a second, it showed all of the quests that we've completed with a strike through on them. Um, probably, probably just an initialization state problem. That's interesting. All right, so we need to follow upwards. Um, Interesting that we have gotten more, but like this is more things than we had originally. Like the ground slam wasn't before, um, but not by a huge like. And I think all of these are actually like none of these are unlocks. All of these are things that you can do immediately. Um, Interesting that this game in that way. I'm a little nervous about, because of the way that the game doesn't have a manual save, I'm a little nervous that I'm going to be missing like side quest stuff, and once I'm done with the main story, struggle to um, anything else. Wait, that the right hand page takes a long time to reveal itself. Interesting. There's someone we didn't meet over in the triplets area. And in the pirate area. Right. Oh, before we get started, let's change up our outfit again. What does a mermaid wear to math class? An algae bra. I like puns, and that one was. Okay, stripes. Gosh, I hate this shudder that we're experiencing here. It's so hard on my eyes. Guess we'll do stripes. I'm not loving stripes, to be honest. Um, yeah, let's find something different. I really don't like leopard print. Not super feeling the gingham or the checkered. Polka dot. Flower power is a lot. Camouflage is nothing at all. Hearts. Rainbow, maybe. Begs a lot. Let's do scales. Go with scales. Okay. Sort of matches the scarf. Detective cap that's also just a blobfish. Okay. Crab has possibility. We'll do stylish headscarf. Not quite right, but enough for me. Alright, get me off of this boat. The visual shuddering is really hurting my eyes. I realize that that's a very whiny thing to say, but whoa. Oh, come on. I feel like I almost have the controls for this game, like a flow state going, and then I'll like be like, nope, never mind. I am wrong. I just, something about it hasn't clicked for me. Like, I haven't figured something fairly important out about how to, like, chain movement together. To keep my momentum going and everything like that.
Blowtorch, please. Now, what's taking that girl so long? She knows I'm not fond of waiting.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, Sigrid. Nice to see that you made it back safely.
The paws don't control the gloom. They make it flower.
Huh. Make it flower? What are you rambling on about?
Grandma, I know what happened to Mom.
She died, trying to save us.
The paws?
No, you don't understand. She and Rufus wanted to stop the gloom from spreading. They tried to make it into the dandelion, but the gloom got her. He tried to save her, but...
You have a kind heart, Siggy. But you must stop believing everything people tell you. You are just like your mother in that respect. And if you think I'll let us all meet our maker because of the words of some driveling bum, you are gravely mistaken.
But he...
Even if he was telling the truth, your mother wouldn't have been in any danger if she had kept away from him in the first place.
What gives you the right to always judge people like that? They were trying to save us!
Sigrid. We all understand you're upset. All this stress would get the better of anyone. And you're just a kid. No wonder you've lost your head. Now, why don't you go have a lie down and let us take care of things?
Don't touch me!
Manners, young lady. I only want to help.
You want to destroy! That's what you want! That's what all of you want! Gloom you!
Shrimps? Shrimpy!
Well, you know how teenagers are, Doris. I wasn't all that easy myself, was I? Leave her. She just needs to walk it off. And we have very important things to attend to.
Aircloud's an interesting character in that, like, I whiffle waffle constantly about how trustworthy I think he is. This way. Okay, yes.
Sigrid, where are you at?
Sigrid, it's Cassius. Answer us. We're getting ready to fire.
Fire at the barge and you fire at me.
Tell me you're joking. Have you lost your wits? You immediate... Nobody does anything until I give the order. Is that clear? Stay where you are, Sigrid. I'm coming to get you.
What is Emmerich?
Sigrid! Sigrid? I'm on my way. Where are you? What's your location?
I'm right by this island. The barge is just above it, and it's... Grandma, there are flowers here. I think I see apples.
No. No, that's not possible. Are you sure?
It's just like the stories you told me. I never thought
Sigrid, my dear, you are brave. I give you that. But we simply cannot conform our actions to a child's foolish whims. I am in your debt for helping us come such a long way. But now, it's time to finish what we've started. I am truly sorry, child.
No! Don't shoot!
I have to, Sigrid. It is my duty to do so. Our people want this, and I will not be stopped. The best you can do is try and save yourself.
Hey! Down here! Look at me! Oh, please look at me!
Like that. Damn. Eyeball while I'm up here. Goody. Back on the...
Three, 4, 5. Oh, thank the sparks you're all here. Plus 1 extra, it seems. Are you a Stranvillian?
I am, but I didn't want this. This wasn't the plan. I tried to stop them.
Oh, so this is how it ends. Stranville, destroying everything for good.
Are you Moira? I was told to come see you. I want to put things right.
There's nothing you can do, girl. Take my advice and go home while it still exists. A Night Weaver seed? But it's so big.
It's been modified. My mother invented the technique. I was told you may know how to use it.
Well, if it has all the right qualities. But if there's only one,
Right.
I
I'll see that.
don't think we can...
If you touch her, you're dead! You hear me? Take your dirty paws off my girl.
Who is that?
Put that away, Grandma.
I'm not letting them have you too. I have to.
The only thing you have to do right now is shut up for a while.
Sigrid,
I tried to tell you before. You wouldn't listen then, but you will listen now. To me and to Moira.
Moira? The Moira?
The very same. And on that ship was our last chance to keep the gloom away until your granddaughter came along.
Sigrid? How is she involved in all this? She shouldn't...
We're using a plant called Nightweaver. Its roots have the ability to tie down gloom. We've been shooting out spores from our airship day and night since that great wave came, but it barely kept the gloom from taking over. And now some geniuses decided to shoot that very ship down.
You're blaming us for trying to defend ourselves? Your people attacked us. You declared war on us.
You think we wanted war? You gave us no choice.
Well, why didn't you just talk to us about...
There's no point in talking if no one will listen. We tried talking to you, both before and after the war. We tried sending messages. We tried sending messengers, and you repeatedly chose not to listen. Too high up on your pedestals with your riches to care about anyone below you. You ripped up the ground we walk on with your cursed drills and sent your own city into the deep.
Well, it takes two to tango, my late husband always said. You blew up the dandelion. Before that, the city was...
I'm sure there was a time for talking, but that time is not now. You're not gonna fight the gloom off by quarreling. Mom used to have this. Did you know that? It's a seed from the Night Weaver. Moira says we might be able to use it.
Iris? Why did she have
There's no time to explain. Right now, you just have to trust us. You have to trust me.
So you're saying that this seed could eliminate the gloom?
It has the right properties, but one is not enough, I'm afraid.
How does it work?
It's no ordinary seed. It's infused with sparks. That's what Rufus told me. Mom invented the technique.
Well, how about we boost it some more? After all, we do have a spark cannon.
Rufus and Mom tried to take the seeds into the dandelion. They wanted to spread them through the gloom pipes, tried to make it inside through one of them.
Well, I'd rather try something that fails than nothing at all. I think I know the place he referred to. I'll show you the way.
Cassius, recharge the cannon. We have some planting to do.
We have some what to do?
Just start recharging and keep Cloud out of action.
My pleasure, Doris. My pleasure.
All right. Now would you help me get to that pipe?
We're back in it. I can finally collect this that I spotted cutscenes ago. And I don't understand. Why did you keep drilling for sparks when people what it did to our crops? Sorry, I didn't know. I wasn't born when all that happened. Neither. Makes me so frustrated. Why do we have to solve something that we didn't cause? We don't really have a choice. Not very pretty transparent climate change. Not gonna get all cuddly with a Strandvillian. We'll do what we need to solve a common problem. Then I want to get up in the air and get as far away from all this as I can. Here. You think this will all be over soon? I feel really tired, but I don't dare relax. Not yet.
Oh.
Try to chase off that snake without getting too close to you. We're afraid we would attack, and, well... Can't believe I'm this close to a Strandvillian. Dad told me you would come get me if I didn't go to sleep at night. That's, well, let's say that I've heard similar stories. Not that I'm sleeping much at all these days. Now that my medicine got lost in the crash, it's going to be worse. Side quest, find medicine. this little smoke animation. Interesting. Definitely done by hand, like it's an animated tradition. My cat is, of course, choosing now to want to go out of the office.
That sight sure brings back memories.
You've done it?
As long as my back would let me. A while longer, to be honest. But they shouldn't be here in our world. When Strandville drilled for Weave Rock year after year, the Earth's mantle cracked, and the rifts went all the way down to their domain. And if we don't repair what has been destroyed, our entire world will eventually fall into theirs.
Not having anything at the top of this island and the other islands, always a little bit of a disappointment. Also, the fact that my net now actually has a net and didn't before is... Oh, now it's gone. Does it just like wear off after a while? Yeah, huh. Let's try and find Shoban's medicine. This feels like a medicine-y island. Never mind, I was completely wrong. Medicine journal. See, this would be prime space, like a trail of pigments I was talking about previously. Pigments being the psychonauts concept. See the same thing in like Mario games where they little lines of coins.
So, a shadow came to you too?
Yes, my oldest daughter. We lost her during the war. When the shadow came around, I just knew it was her. You do too, right, Sigrid? You know who has come to you.
I think so. I just couldn't believe it. But it feels like her.
Wait, are you saying that thing is my daughter?
A shadow of your daughter, at least. A body for a soul who needs to make contact.
Assuming that this is plot stuff on the island, I'm trying to side quest over here. Thinking on this being side quest area. Side questy. It looks more hoot. That makes like a lot of the like there's islands between the islands that are, I think, intended to sort of be bounced on, go from zone next. game's pretty generous about our about what angle of surface we can walk on. Tricky to tell, like, can't climb something or not. I guess never mind. We are doing a lot of stuff. Or no medicine.
This is it. This is the vent? This is where Iris...
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Now you be a girl and stay here with Moira. Grandma, no. Not letting Iris see her only child walk into the jaws of the same monster who killed her. Enough is enough. I already know the inside of the dandelion.
Oh.
No, Shrimps, I just... have your whole life ahead of you, and I have already lived most of mine. And, well, my way of thinking hasn't exactly made things better recently, now has it? Time to make up for that.
Ah.
Be alright. How can you be so sure?
Oh.
Two of you are made of the same stuff. Are we? We never agree on anything. Talked about you like you were monsters. Yes, to her, we were. Look, Sigrid, I'm not going to say that I like your grandmother, but I see the way she looks at you. So afraid of you losing you, forgotten to enjoy that you're here. Just wish she'd listen to me. Grandma, I have to go after her. Yeah, I was like, this is not going to last long before we go in there. Gotta save? Camera's kinda not cooperating. Sigrid, I told you, Grandma, stop. I'll take it from here. You don't understand. I can't lose you too. You're forgetting something really important, you know? But after I go in there, I will come back out. Be careful, Shrimp. I know. Okay, well, we didn't get a chance to read that. So much to like about this game, but also so many rough, like little rough edges, like this. Like what's the camera doing? Like right here, we're having trouble like choosing what we're this sequence, choosing what we're locking onto. No way to distinguish between locking onto a single coin and locking onto the thing that you need to lock onto to continue the sequence. See right there, I was trying to hoover up the little coins, but because at the time that I pulled the trigger, it had just switched to one of the other things, one of the actual like hook-shotable locations, and nothing doing. So, fully revealed map now.
Mother of Sparks, the dandelion.
Why? Okay. I'm getting annoyed that trolls are fighting me so much in this sequence. It feels unfinished. I'm trying to hookshot onto these things and it's just not doing it. Camera, you gonna cooperate? There we go.
What's happening, Sigrid? Are you inside?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
I think I found another way in. I'm coming after you.
Good. Can't be repeated. There we go. I'm not gonna ding him too hard for that, because
This is it. The dandelion core.
Lomo stuff on things that are moving and physics platform, like, it's complicated, I get it. But that was clunky. Okay, do I just run up and smack it?
You won't extinguish my spark. Feeling gloomy? Right, Sigrid. Just breathe.
Alright, what does this game want me to do?
My company wasn't enough? Come at me then. This is for you, Mom.
Maybe a few too many chirps from her. I get it, she's a teenage character. Like, this is all in character. But this is for you, Mom. Feels goofy.
My company wasn't enough?
Yeah, so doing that line again.
This ain't over. This is for you, Mom!
I do like that this boss fight is escalating by changing the amount of the arena that is getting dropped out from under us.
Come at me then. You won't extinguish my spark.
Yeah, this is
Bringing the
way
heavy
too
cavalry.
many,
Come at me then.
way too many chirps.
Place the scene, right? They're getting ready to fire soon.
Busy to talk, Grandma.
Just try to hurry. I'm almost there.
Coming down now. There we go. Hey, complete the story. Plant the seed. I guess was bound to the smack button.
It's done. Deep breaths, my darling. Waves are crashing. We are still far from shore. Know that I've got you.
She's at peace now, don't you think? What's the matter with Anita?
Easy, Doris. Nothing's wrong with her. I just thought it rude to leave an old lady in distress.
I have a feeling that particular lady knows how to take care of herself.
We did it, y'all. We sparkin' did it. Well, look at these weeds.
Solid stuff. I've never walked on ground that wasn't rock or sand.
You did well, all of you. Eventually. And without you, my dear girl, we never would have made it.
I saw right away that she was made of the right stuff.
Bravest little pirate there ever was. Isn't she, Doris?
Sigrid, you've done such... Why can't I just do this?
Grandma,
No, I have to do this. When Iris was a kid, John always took care of the mushy stuff. But when he wasn't around anymore and we lost Iris, when it was just you and me, I didn't know how to handle my own feelings, much less yours. I put a roof over your head, fried some herring for dinner, and wiped your nose. But the rest, I just couldn't... I'm so sorry, Shrimpy.
you didn't only feed me. You taught me how to use a wrench, and a hammer, and a blowtorch.
Not sure you can say you've learned to use something when you've almost burned the house down with it a few weeks ago.
You might be right about that.
I guess we'll have to keep practicing. Both that and the mushy stuff.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
So, what do we do now that we won?
This isn't a victory. It's a second chance.
The girl is right. This is where the real work begins. We have ground to walk upon, but we need to learn how to cultivate it without depleting it. The rifts are sealed, but we still have to get rid of the rest of that wretched gloom.
How long will it take to fix this? When will everything be back to normal?
There's no fixed, dear. And I don't think any one of us knows what normal is anymore. It's a lifetime's work. What we end up with, only time can tell.
As long as no new fools come around and start ruining things, I'm sure we can keep things in order.
Untie me, you wretched cretin. I demand to be released.
I'm afraid I can't do that, sir, but if you just allow me to...
Word from Candle Hill. Seems the plants are growing there too. Apparently, a big stem of some kind has pierced right through the canteen. Get some rest, folks. Then we have work to do.
Yeah. There we go. That's Wavetale. I imagine this game, the way that it's set up narratively, I doubt that we can do post-story side questing. I wouldn't be surprised if and load up the save file again, it just plops us back out basically where we started today's episode, which is unfortunate. No, not where we started today's episode. A little bit after that, but before we go into the dandelions, I'm sure. So yeah, I really wish I was happier with that game. I came into this really expecting to love it, and instead, basically from minute one, I was finding little things that bothered me, and I recognized that a lot of the things that I complained about were little things, very little things, but games are more susceptible to all problems completely derailing you than any other medium, in my opinion. Um, every medium, as it gets more complex, the little things that don't fit have a worse and worse impact, a more compounding impact. So like you don't have to worry about audio balance in books. Like you only have to worry about like how good's the story, how good's the dialogue, blah 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 blah. You have to worry about all of that and audio balancing and lighting and everything in film, and then in games it's all of that and physics and save states and mechanical stuff and depth and exploration. Like each medium, as it gets more complex, it's easier to mess it up. And this game had a lot of little things that mess it up for me. Really liked the art. The art was solid. I was occasionally distracted by a little like a some of the stuff in the background is running at a different frame rate than the foreground, and I don't think that was on purpose. Occasional little things about like things being highlighted that I don't think were supposed to be highlighted. You know, just like because of color shaders. The visual glitch of the boats like shuddering and like that being very apparent on our character model when we were doing cosmetic changes, that was a pretty serious negative. So I'm gonna dock him actually pretty heavily for that and put him at like 8 out of 10 on visuals. The art direction was good, but the execution really shot it in the foot. In terms of voice acting and music, really like the voice acting. It's good. All job, y'all. Music, I actually moment to moment, I was fine with the music, but the way that like I never really felt like there weren't like clear like leitmotifs happening, and like I couldn't say like, oh, this was the theme song for the pirate area and this is the theme song for the other area. It was just more like, hey, there's horns coming in and going out and more vibes, and I guess that's probably what they were going for. So I'm not gonna like dog them for that, but it wasn't for me. I like to have leitmotifs that can be like, oh, this is you know, this is the knight's theme. This is the dragon theme, the green path theme, whatever. Um, Gameplay wise, all right. So I didn't like that we didn't unlock anything. Only things that we unlocked were cosmetic, and I get there's a strong argument that that's how it should be. Like lots of games run off of, hey, you've got access to all the mechanics immediately, put them into use. I don't love that. I like to unlock things and make things like good. Also, so talking about music, this game is dead silent right now. I'm looking at the monitor, and it is not putting out any sound whatsoever. So I am going to dock 'em points for that. Like, have audio during your credits. What are you doing? The Stadia, really? Huh. Not unlocking anything, not being able to get any kind of like health upgrades, attack upgrades, movement, anything felt weird to me. I think that opening tutorial section would have flowed better if we were like really rapidly unlocking. Like, all right, jump. All right, now you can double jump. All right, now you can hook shot on stuff. The only like movement thing that we unlocked, so to speak, was being able to surf on the waves. Else, I'm pretty sure we had immediately. So I didn't love that. It doesn't sit well with me, and it means that the game, like, other than like some very light tutorial stuff, often like almost all of the tutorials that we got, the little like press this button to do this, we got them after we had figured it out ourselves. I don't like. I do not appreciate that. There's a reason why the Zelda games give you an item and have text that says this is how you use the item, and then they give you a little challenge to illustrate that. Like that games, that's a good thing. Maps. So like I feel really conflicted about the world, the mapping of it. Lots of islands, good. Islands had lots of detail, is good. There were things on the islands, you know, NPCs, side quests, optional things to pick up, the journal entries. Needed a lot more stuff for you to interact with. There was lots of like props and there's lots of places you go, but you couldn't do anything there, and it made it feel empty. It made it feel, it's like, why would I go to this island if there's literally nothing for me to do? Like, a lot of those islands, I don't think they even had, like, I kept calling them coins, but like the little sparks on them. I think a huge number of those islands had literally nothing there. They were just cosmetic. Is not great. Narrative, I like, you know, obviously a little heavy-handed with the environmental stuff. That I'm not going to complain about that. It's fine to have stories that are pretty heavy-handed about environmental stuff. We live in 2024. We need that. That said, the grandmother's character, boy, I did not like her. And the end, I felt like she got too easy a pass. Like, hey, you've been abusive towards your grandmother this like whole story. And we're just like, oh well, struggles with the bushy stuff. That's too easy a pass. When family members are abusive towards you, call them out on it. Don't live with that stuff. Don't accept that. On a technical level, like, I really didn't like that the save files were only like when the developers wanted you to have a save point. There's no way to like manually trigger a save, which I didn't like. And when you went to exit the game, it didn't tell you how long ago the save was, so you just don't know. You're just like, all right, well, maybe this was seconds ago, or maybe it was a long time ago. If you're not watching for the little save icon, which goes away pretty quickly, which is in and of itself not a bad thing, but like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty easy in the game to be like, am I good to quit? I'm not actually sure. I guess I'm locked into playing some more. Just have a manual save, and when you go to exit the game, say, it's been 37 seconds since the last save. Both of those are fairly easy features, and if they're not easy features, you have messed up in your code. Let's see, what else? Controls were fine. Like I was mentioning in that last little section, not like the way that there's not a way to hookshot ability distinguish between hookshot onto a place and hookshot onto a little thing. Like I was over there trying to like grab the little coins as I was passing through the area, and instead the cursor would jump to what is probably like the more important thing, the shot point, and going to that and just skipping it. It's like, well, I'll never see it again. Goodbye. The camera also like fought with me a bunch. There's a lot of places where the camera's like trying not to like look, like it's trying to look at something, and I'm like trying to look at something else. Not ideal. Now we get, of course. Credits were long enough to put my controller turned off. Let's see if it'll. You have now entered free play mode. Interesting. So, okay, so here's an interesting thing. Another like technical criticism. Side quests, old enemies, find Shoban's medicine. I know that that's not the only side quest that I haven't completed. Like the what's his name? It might be Jack Dower, the NPC that I needed to like find an axe for. Ever did, and that side quest not listed on here. Now it might be a case of I need to go to there, but I kind of doubt it. I think the game's just straight up forgotten that I started that side quest and hadn't finished it. Oh, and also there's that thing. We had the little like dots on our compass and never did figure out like what the heck those are. Be serious popping here. So, yeah. This is a very well-intentioned game that I found to be also quite flawed. The shame. I really didn't want to. I wanted to love this game to pieces. And it's just kind of not what happened. I ended up being quite critical of it. I appreciate that we got a free play mode at the end, though. That's nice. Little things that would help it, like little like environmental cleanup pass stuff. Maybe a long press on for when you're trying to like hookshot onto those, as opposed like a hold maybe, as opposed to just a quick tap for grabbing the little guys. I definitely didn't like. There's something that I never grokked about, like chaining the movement together. The shame. Now you see here we're got onto the ground and completely lost our momentum. Some simple upgrades about like being able to hookshot from a further distance. Nice. Enemy variety in this game, I know is not like the point, right? Like, the game is not intended to combat centric, but basically fought 3 kinds of enemies. We had the little guys that would waddle towards us, the big guys who sometimes would swing a big like lumpy claw at us, and the striders that we would hookshot up to and then smack. Were there any other enemies other than the final boss? I don't think so. I think that was it. Which is, you know, a little bit of a shame. Not all games need a lot of enemy variety, but I think this game could have used a little bit more than that. Right. If I walk up to here, even talk to these characters, which is a little bit, makes it feel like maybe they're not supposed to be there. Or they're just there left over as a artifact of, really, you're still around. Alright, so now, yeah, we've got side quest for that, but no save button. So kind of our only option now is to find it, and that'll save, presumably. I feel stone certain that I've opened that before. Maybe it's just a wrinkle of now I feel like the music is too much. Gosh, I'm being so critical of this game. I don't want to be. But, alright. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. Honestly, I want to give this game a good rating, but I kind of feel like it's like... It's worked out to be pretty mid. I've been so distracted by the little things that don't work that I haven't been able to enjoy the game for the things that do work. Just such a I hate it. I hate that this is how this has worked out, but sometimes it is how things work out. Hopefully y'all have at least been able to enjoy watching me play this game. I hope my relentless negativity hasn't turned you off on it. Hopefully people who like this game have been able to enjoy it, you know, without the complaints that I've had. I genuinely hope that that's the case. Sometimes games just don't work for people. I'll be playing other games, similar genre, on this channel. I mostly play Metroidvanias, so hopefully the next game that I load up will be a little more to my taste, and I will see you all in that playthrough. Thanks for being here. Bye!